Welcome to this update video for the Necrons. I have made this video because I think they're the most requested faction to get an update on the channel. I've been meaning to do it for a while. I stuck with a list for the Necrons because it was doing okay, pretty solid. The league's been and gone. We're going into season 14, and last season the factions I really enjoyed were the ones that I revamped. Eldar, Thousand Sons with the addition of Magnus, and there's often those factions that actually did quite well in our games as well. So now is the time for the Necrons to get that treatment. So massive shake up on the list, some new models on the way. Yeah, Nightbringer. I really like the sculpt from Games Workshop. Incredible model, and I want that to be a showcase, a focal point for this new Necron force. And who knows, you could take on Magnus Thread. Imagine that for a clash on the channel. So before we get stuck in, just to mention the Battlemat here, it's just forming a perfect backdrop here for this video, this nice industrial city fight with the neon theme running through. And as you can see, it's all marked up for your 10th edition battle reports, so all the deployment zones marked for you. It's got inch markings running around the edge of the table as well. So brilliant mats for tournaments and for gameplay where you want accuracy with your deployment zones, really good for secondaries and so on the table. So it's from gamemat.eu, link for them below. There is a discount code that you can use for 11% off across the store, which is going to include all of the battle mats. And then I believe it's still running. If your order comes to over £300, there's an extra 5% added on top of that as a discount, marking the celebration of their new website. So link below for gamemat.eu. Brilliant selection of battle mats. It's all shapes and sizes, and they're pre-painted terrain sets available from them as well. So on the Necrons to be feared, they are quite a quick colour scheme to paint up. You can check out the tutorials on the channel if you like the look of the Necrons. I also want to bring back another character that's been on the sidelines for a good while. It does mean some of my characters from my current list are being dropped, just stored away to be used another time. This is the biggest shake-up for the Necrons in a good while. So there's this update video here, and then for the brand new list, with all the units that have been dropped, and there's a lot of them, and the new units being added in from my current collection, and ones that I need to get painted up, ones on pre-order, you can check out at the Army Development video now live on channel membership. And with Army Development, it means you can see the new list and you can interact, so you can leave your own comments and suggestions. I always consider everything people say in the comment section. You can do that on the video, on Discord. If you're on the WhatsApp groups, or the WhatsApp group now, it's been combined together, you can discuss it on there as well for the Autarchs, Phoenix Lords and Gold level Patreons. And it means we can work on a list together. I've often made decisions based on what subscribers and supporters have said, and it's been some great changes and additions made to lists. So that Army Development video should be live at the same time as this video, so you can check that out on YouTube channel membership. Link for membership below, or go to channel homepage, hit the join button. To access our bonus content, it's the second tier Aspect Warrior level, which is what most people are on. That'll give you access to all of our bonus content that's available now and going forwards, and you can get yourself ready for season 14. Hopefully a very intense league with Magnus sitting on the throne. We'll see what faction can dethrone him. So with the Necrons, I want to bring back this guy. He's been used a little bit in our games, but I really want to try and feature him. Illuminor Xerus, an amazing, beautiful sculpt from Games Workshop. So he's in the new list, proposed. Obviously that list is up for discussion. There he is. Also, this new Nightbringer model. So talk about it here in this video. I mean, he looks super tough. Really, really tough, which is what I want. I like that as an element for the Necrons, the ability that they absorb damage and then actually rebuild themselves. The Nightbringer, though, doesn't get the real rebuild ability, but he's tough enough anyway. It's 10-inch moves, nice and quick around the board, just what I want. I want to try and introduce more flexibility and speed to my new Necron list. Toughness 11, which is superb. 3-up save, 4+ invulnerable save, which again is superb. 16 wounds, crazy amount of wounds. OC 4 and leadership 6. You can shoot okay. Gaze of Death gives you range 18, D3 shots, quite random, could just get one shot. 2's to hit, strength 12, -3, and D6 +3 damage if you can get those hits going through. But in close combat, that's his forte. 2 options, so you can sweep and strike with the Scythe of the Nightbringer. And I'm running him in my list. I put him in at 310 or 315 points, which is the latest update from Games Workshop, so I believe that's correct. But if you know differently, you can let us know in the comment section below. 6 attacks striking at 2s to hit, strength 14, -4 and d6 +2 damage. He strikes like an avatar. And then the sweep, which is fantastic, 14 attacks, 2s to hit, strength 8, -2 and 2 damage. So real Space Marine, Ultramarine killer. James, better watch out. I'd love to play against James's Ultramarines if we get this model painted up. And Deadly Demise of d6, so if he goes off pop, he's pretty good. Deep Strike as well, so really good tactical flexibility. Feel No Pain, on top of all that toughness and save, 5-up Feel No Pain built in, which is superb. And then he has Drain Life. At the end of the fight phase, roll 1d6 for each unit within 6 inches of this model, and 4+, they take d3 mortal wounds. So it really is a kind of model you want to get stuck in to the enemy force, which suits me fine. I want a model like that that will get right in there. It's good fun on the battlefield. Magnus is one to a degree, although he's quite good when he hangs around. Avatar I send in to the fight, and so on to do the same with the Nightbringer. And then Necrodermis, each time an attack is allocated to this model, subtract 1 from the damage. So built-in -1 damage on him also. So hopefully add a nightmare to deal with on the battlefield, and a real beautiful showcase model to have on the table. But what army to build around him is the question. That's the idea of army development, is the early proposal for a list and chance to adapt and change it. Talk about tactics before the actual list hits the tabletop, and all of that will be in the new army development video on membership. So I'm just showing you a few elements because there's been some serious drops from the list. Quite a shake-up. I've had to make way for these new units coming through. And these guys. Ophidian Destroyers. I've got 2 boxes of them. You can run them as Unit 6. I think I'm going to split them into 2 squads of 3. And they're amazing sculpts. They're really nice. I think I can paint them up quick enough. And the stat line for them, I think, is pretty good. I'm not expecting them to be like Vanguard forefront into the fight type units, but handy units to work around the edges and to sneak around the board. They do go quick enough. Ophidian Destroyers, yeah, 10-inch moves, nice and quick. I'll do them as squads of 3. I can deep strike with them, which is superb. Toughness 5, 4-up saves. They are quite vulnerable, but there's 3 wounds to try and get through for each of them. I'll not send them into the fight, but try and keep them out of trouble. OC 2, decent enough. 5 attacks each, squad of 3, 15 attacks, 3, strength 4, -2 and 2 damage. So good Space Marine killers. Alright, you can give them Plasma Sight, which will give you your dev wounds, and when you use that once per game. And you have Tunneling Horrors. Now for tactical purposes, this is really good. At the end of your opponent's turn, if this unit is not within engagement range of one or more enemy units, you can remove it from the battlefield. The reinforcement step of your next movement phase, set it up on the table, deep striking in basically, so they burrow onto the board with like a deep strike move. That makes them really, really good. So I think if I can keep them out of trouble, selectively ambush certain units. I've got myself 2 very, very fast, adaptable units that can actually strike well enough in close combat as well. So I'm thinking like those very annoying little 5-man Space Marine teams that go around picking up points all over the board. I can ambush and slaughter them, and then go about fulfilling my own secondaries as well. So that's the idea of those. As I said, this is a big shake-up for the Necrons. The Nightbringer, that's going to be a huge move. Bring him in. Xerus making a return, hopefully in the core and the heart of the army amongst the Necron warriors, because I've heard that he is really good amongst Necron warriors, so we're going to try and support them a bit better. And then the addition of the Ophidian Destroyers, but not at the expense of the Scorpec Destroyers. I want to try and keep them in the list as well. Brand new list is proposed. It's on YouTube channel membership. Army development video for the Necrons is now live, and you can look forward to a fresh approach here and a fresh list for the Necrons going forwards. What do you think about the units I've talked about? Is the Nightbringer worth it? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you over on the Army development video on membership. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.